49 drivers attempted to make the race. Let's have a look at the starting lineup, 43 cars deep for this Daytona 500. Austin Dillon in his second 500, fourth driver to win the pole for the race in the number 3, and Martin Truex Jr. on the outside of the front row again, but he'll be in a backup car. Matt Kenseth and Denny Hamlin in those Joe Gibbs Toyotas won the 2 Budweiser dual qualifying races. Jeff Gordon, 3-time 500 winner, and Casey Kane, who's finished twice, in 7th place. Marcus Ambrose ties his best Daytona 500 start, and Kurt Busch, second 3 times in this race. Dale Earnhardt Jr., the 2004 winner, and Paul Menard, top 10 in 2 of the last 3. Josh Wise driving the Phil Parsons car that finished top 10 last year, and Brian Scott, a rookie. Eric Almirola in Richard Petty's famed 43 is in his 4th 500. Trevor Bayne, the 2011 winner. A.J. Allmendinger with the new team ties his best start, and Kyle Larson, the talented, touted rookie for Chip Ganassi. David Gilliland, the pole winner in 2007, and Landon Castle raced his way in for his 2nd start. Ryan Newman, the 2008 winner, and 4th place finisher in the 500 twice, Clint Boyer. Tony Stewart, 19 Daytona wins, still looking for the 500 and the Harley Earl Trophy, and Jamie McMurray, who won in 2010. Cole Witt is a rookie alongside Terry Labonte, making his 32nd, and he says final Daytona 500 start. Greg Biffle, who finished 3rd here twice, and Terry's younger brother Bobby Labonte, also a Cup champion, 22nd consecutive race for Bobby. Danica Patrick, last year's pole sitter, and the runner-up in 06, Casey Mears. Alex Bowman is a 500 rookie, and Carl Edwards, 2nd in 2011. A return for Brian Vickers, his 8th Daytona 500 start, and 2-time defending champ of the 500, Jimmy Johnson. Brad Keselowski, who finished 4th here last year with Sunoco Rookie of the Year, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Joey Logano, who finished 9th in 2012, and Michael Annett, up from the Nationwide Series, a rookie. Kyle Busch, the deepest he's started in the field in 10 years, and 2007 Daytona 500 winner, Kevin Harvick. Reed Sorensen back in a full-time ride, making his 5th 500 start. Justin Allgaier, his 1st. Rookie Parker Kligerman shares row 21 with 2-time 500 winner Michael Waltrip, and David Reagan, who's won the July race at Daytona and also at Talladega, anchors the field in 43rd.
What do you say we talk to the hottest guy in Daytona? Hey, Denny Hamlin, it's DW in the Fox Sports booth. You got a copy there, brother?
Yes, sir. I got you loud and clear.
Hey, man, you can do something today that nobody else has done. You can clean sweep the weekend down here, the week down here. Are you ready to go, bud? Are you ready to go racing?
Yeah, I tell you, I mean, it seems like it's been forever since Homestead, but our team's just been on a heck of a roll down here, and our cars have been great in the draft, and obviously today Hamlin's going to be a big factor. And the field's twice as big as anything we've raced so far, so you got to be prepared for anything coming your way, and I think we are today.
Yeah, your car has been amazing, buddy. And Denny, what do you think? You just run out front, try to lead this thing all day? Is that your plan?
Honestly, that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to stay up front as far forward as I can. The past few 500s, I've gotten shuffled and found my way at the back and just laid there and waited for the wreck. And usually when you're trying to make your way up through the field, you end up in the wreck anyway. So I'm at least have a little fun with it.
All right, my friend. Is it Denny time?
Absolutely. All we do is win.
10-4. Have a good one.
Let's get some late-breaking stories from pit road, beginning with Steve Burns.
Mike, when Austin Dillon played Little League Baseball, he wore jersey number 3. When he was 10, he posed for pictures in Victory Lane with his grandfather's driver, Dale Earnhardt. When he was 13, he told his grandfather he wanted to race. Well, Richard Childress handed him a weed eater and said, go to work. Well, here he is just 10 years later, leading the field to the green flag on the pole position. They were a little conservative the other night, but if the car's right, they're going to let him race today. It'll be exciting, Matt Yoakum.
Steve, you heard Denny Hamlin touch on the fact that he's chasing Daytona history, trying to sweep. One of the biggest challenges, though, his crew chief, Darian Grubb, told me, keeping that 11 car up front with track position. He's going to play a lot of strategy throughout the day. 2-tire and fuel only stops until the final corner. And when the guys go over the wall, only one positional change. These veterans ready to showcase their talent today. Chris Devoda.
Every driver in a backup car had to sacrifice his or her starting position. But it's especially painful when you were on the front row. So why is New Jersey's Martin Truex Jr. smiling? Because after putting just a handful of laps on his backup car in yesterday's practice, he said without a shadow of a doubt, this car that he is driving today is better than the one that qualified on the front row. In his 10th Daytona 500 start, number 78 is most certainly a player. Mike?
He will drop to the rear along with the other drivers who went to backup cars or changed engines prior to Thursday's race. The engine changes, Danica Patrick, Tony Stewart, and Bobby Labonte. The rest of these drivers all crashed their primary car and had to go to a backup. No rain for at least the next hour. The weather app Dark Sky tells us, but later in the day, who knows? 80 degrees. Track temp, the asphalt to 93. There is some sunshine here, but also a lot of clouds as they get ready to go. 200 laps to make 500 miles. 55 down pit road, and they'll need fuel in just about every 40 laps. Here are your Ford EcoBoost track facts. Ford first won the 500. Tiny Lund for the Wood brothers, number 21, 1963. And a Ford has gone to victory lane in 3 of the last 500s. Race fans, the waiting is over. The long winter, December, January, Jeff Gordon-ary, February. Here we go with the Daytona 500.
Oh, baby, anticipation, anticipation. Green flag is in the air. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, guys.
They come to full speed in the 3,000-foot backstretch. Pole sitter Austin Dillon in the number 3 had choice of lane. He chose the outside. That brought Matt Kenseth to him as they form up double file and hit the banking in 3. 3 wide, Marcus Ambrose in the middle, back at 10th place.
You see Matt Kenseth in that 20 car, though, on the inside. He's been one of the drivers that's been able to pull a line on the bottom of the racetrack all weekend long.
And the 3 car leads the first lap of the Daytona 500. How exciting.
Coming up the middle, Brian Vickers, 55, along with Kyle Busch in the 18. And at the point, Denny Hamlin puts his Toyota in front of Dylan's Chevrolet. Here comes the 24 of Jeff Gordon on the outside with Kurt Busch in tow.
Yeah, I believe when that 11 car Larry gets in front, what we've seen down here might be bad news for these other guys. That car has been so fast, and particularly when it's out front.
You talked about him being undefeated in Speed Weeks. Remember, he won the last race of the year in 2013 at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Casey Kane, the 5, now the man in the middle. 2 distinct rows, and the 20, that yellow and black Toyota of Kenseth up in front of Kane now as he and Trevor Bayne try to make something happen through the center lane. Jeff Gordon picks up Kenseth, moving in front of him to become the lead car in that inside draft. And Kyle Larson's in the wall for the second time.
Yeah, he got in it down here in turns 1 and 2, Mike, and I didn't think there was any damage to the car. Maybe a little cosmetic, but he's in it again.
This is 1 lap ago, Darrell. Watch the 42.
Yeah, he just kind of kissed it right there, and I thought he's okay, but might be having a tire going down.
And this is what just happened up in turn 3, and Larson has made it to pit road. Heavy damage right front. Surprisingly, in these first 3 laps, the field has split into 3 distinct packs.
Yeah, Mike, that group back there with Tony Stewart, Danica Patrick, and some of them, they have just kind of like formed up their own little group back here, anticipating, I think, maybe this start was going to be a little more chaotic than it was.
I tell you, one driver we better keep an eye on is Kyle Busch in that 18 car. Kyle Busch started back in the 33rd position, and he's already